Greetings, hope you are well. It's good to see you back again. This is my second stream of the night. We're running two saves, so I thought I'd split it, have a bit of a break, come back nice and refreshed, ready to take the reins again of my Journeyman save. Let me just whip my jumper off. Oh, getting a bit warm. It's heating up, that's for sure. So, if we look at where we are in terms of the current position that we're in, we're only a few games in, so it's some would say it's not panic stations yet, but the truth is, it is. We are sitting ninth out of 10. The team below us has a game in hand over us. Realistically, they will probably get ahead of us at some point, but we've played two or three of the teams that are at the bottom with us. So Jazeera's one of the teams for definite that we've played, and they're expected to finish roughly where they are now. And we kind of got battered by them. If I were to go back to here and we were to look at the teams that we've played, uh, let's go to here. So we played Jazeera, got beat 4-0. We played Al Ramfa. So if we look at Al Ramfa, they are 7th. So we've played 6th and 7th and got comprehensively beaten by both. Now, I will put a caveat of when we got beat by Al Ramfa, Al Ramfa, should I say, we were in a position where we could have got back into the game, and then we had a player sent off in the 38th minute. So if you look there, we were 2-1 down when the player got sent off. Mansour was sent off, and that left us struggling a little bit. So that was a disappointing result. Al Ali, on the other hand, is a very good result, but we were lucky to get a draw in that game. I don't know if we can see the match stats. I'm worried about crashing it by clicking on these sort of things. It's good to have the update, may I add. But if you look, we were completely battered and probably very lucky to get a draw out of that game. They should have had 2 goals, really, with the XG that they had. So we lost them, and Al Faisali, another team up near the top, beat us. So we did sort of get ourselves back into a kind of form where we were competitive, at least when we played Al Faisi. Just seeing if we've got the match stats for that. We were at home, but they were clearly the better team. Although we had a lot of the possession, which is nice to see. Maybe we should have slowed the pace down just a little bit more and not got caught on the break. But we did get beaten 2-1, and so our single point was against a team who are currently sat near the top of the division. So that's not too bad. But we're 10-1 on to go down alongside Ma'an SC. Both of us have just come up. There is obviously a huge difference between the two. Hello, Sirius. You come to say hello, have you? There's a huge difference between this division and the division below, and it's very difficult to stay up. You do play each team 3 times. What are you coming to have a talk to people? I'm sure they'll be very happy to say hello to you. So, so there's a massive difference between them. I think this game here, the next league game the next 2 league games for us could be key. If we lose either of those, then I would say that we're almost sure to get relegated. I think we desperately need at least a draw, but preferably a win against both of these. If we can win against both of these, then I'll be a little bit more confident. Ma'an, in fairness, we should beat them because we were much better than them last season. But Al-Bakr, not as guaranteed. So we will give it a good go. But for now, we've got the distraction of a cup game against a team who are in Where are they? Oh, they're not even in a current league, so you would hope that we could win this game easy, hopefully give ourselves some confidence. And of course, shouts are back, so that will be helpful to us. If we go to our squad, look at our team, we've got a couple of players who are injured. Some of this is just reminding me what's going on because I've been playing another save as well. I tend to do 2 streams on the Journeyman save that we're on now, and then 2 streams on the other save, and sort of flip flop that way. So just means that I'm not changing the actual titles every single stream, and so that's the way that I've been doing it. And obviously, Bani Yassin is our best player by a country mile, and he's out for another 2 to 4 weeks. Sokon is our best keeper. He's out for up to 3 weeks. And we've got a couple of guys, Alia and AAA, who are coming back from their particular injuries. Now, have we got much time between now? Yeah, so we've got 24 days until our next game, which, had I realised, I would have sort of like gone on holiday or something and got us there while we were talking. But never mind, we'll keep going. It is going to be a difficult one. I think we're going to have to improve how we've played. And I think slowly but surely we are getting better. That first game, hopefully, was a bit of an anomaly and we were just adapting to the game. The second one, obviously, we've got the excuse that we were struggling with the... So, Kowalda has been kicking off. Just notice this. He has been kicking off because he wasn't very happy with losing his captaincy, but the guy who we got in to be this captain was much better than him, so he can't really complain about that. And he's still like third choice, but he's not going to play very often because defensively we have much stronger players than him. My dog's bringing me some little toy to play with. Very kind of you. Go fetch. Always waits till you come on the stream, and all of a sudden he's getting very lively and active. So if squeaking does appear on the mic, I apologise for that. There's not a lot I can do about it. Good to see that Purev has been called up for Mongolia. He is one of the players who has travelled with me from this Journeyman. And I suppose while we're going through these long periods between games, I've just realised that we could have some of the key players back by the time we play because it's nearly a month. That's good news, isn't it? Do we need to... Can we organise a friendly with our other team for a week before we play, just to improve our... what do we want? Fixtures, arrange friendly. So the date... So when's our next match? Presumably the 29th. So if we organise for the 22nd... No, I'm not convinced on that. Let's have a look. We've got the cup game's on the 10th of October. So we need to look at round about the 3rd of October. Confirm. Choose. Oh, we can choose proper friendlies again. So I think we go for a smaller reputation team, or a very small actually, because it won't cost us very much. So we'll go against Etihad. That's Man City in Jordanian language, I'm sure. We'll go against them and see what we can do. That's just to give us some match fitness for the game a week after that. And it'll certainly help if he's back. It'll help Yassin, because he will definitely need that. So, yeah, so let's talk about, while we're working through these final games, what it is that we have done in our Journeyman so far. So we started at a club called SE United. So if I come on to my history. So we came to a club called SE United. Now, SE United are currently in League Two, which is where I left them of the league system in Laos, which is effectively the third division, if I remember correctly. No, it's the second division. The first division is the top. I can't remember. Anyway, so we played with them for one season and got them promoted in the first season. They were expected to struggle that season, so it was a really good result to get promoted. And what was even better from that was what happened as a result of that. I got offered a job with Luang Prabang, and Luang Prabang were in the top division, which is the Premier League. They're now in League One, relegated. And I won't mention the fact that I was the manager who took them to where they are now. So what happened was I got offered a job with Luang Prabang, and in the year that I got promoted, they won the league. 2026, they won the league in the Premier Division. And so I was really pleased that they came and approached me and offered me the job. And I took it straight away without any questions because they were the champions. So, of course, you would take it. And so we played with Luang Prabang for 2 seasons. The first season, we just about survived relegation. Now, it's important to mention that the team that I joined was not as good as I thought it would be. They had 5 players who were above the age of 15 or 16. So I don't know if they'd have had a massive clear out or what had happened. But they had 5 players that I had in the first team, and then the rest were all youth players. The youth players were on £25 a week youth contracts. But my actual, and bear in mind there were 16 of them, but my actual budget for wages was £100 a week. So all of these guys were using 4 times my budget when you added them together. So I didn't have any budget to really sign players. So I signed a load of non-contracts, put myself in even more debt. But we managed to create a team that just about survived the first season. But the second season, the youth intake was taken again, and my my director of football signed all of the youth players, even though I'd agreed contracts with them for £5 a week. He took them on, and that was really that. We had no choice but to go with it, and we were now about 8 times over our budget. So it was getting really desperate. Couldn't really sign any players to improve the team, and we ended up getting relegated. Now, the relegation was a very harsh one. There weren't many games in the season, but with 5 games to go, we were 2 points off top of the league. And all of these messages were like, Luang Prabang are in a title race. And the title race was going to go down to the wire, and all these little press messages that you get. We lost 5 games in a row and got relegated, and it was unbelievable just how it happened. And I mean, I understand why it happened because we played all the teams below us, so every time they beat us, they were making massive jumps, catching up with us, overtaking us, and eventually we went down. But we went down with 13 points on the board. Now, every other season that I'd played was 10 points would have been enough to keep you up. So I really, at the start of the stream when we got relegated, I thought we were safe already. But by the end of it, I was just absolutely baffled by the fact that somehow we managed to get relegated. Now, they didn't sack me. They were going to keep me on. They were expected to get relegated. So I do need to add that that was something that was expected. So if we go back to the history, my history, that's what we want. Oh, it is there, actually. We then joined a team in Mongolia called BCH Lions. BCH Lions, I really enjoyed my time with these. We did 3 years with them, and had this not been a Journeyman save, I would have stayed with them for many years because we were having a great time. We created a team that absolutely dominated the league, and it took us just one season to survive relegation, which we weren't expected to do. And then finally, we got ourselves top of the league for the second season and won the league by an absolute country mile. And then the following season, we won the league, not by as many points, admittedly, but we won the league by getting higher amount of points. We actually only dropped 4 points in the whole season, the second season. And so players like Son here were key to us. And he would be okay in this league, but we can't have any more foreigners. We did sign two of the players. In fact, all of these players here are players that I signed for the club. But we built a very good team. You can certainly tell with all the names that have been altered. So Lam is a much longer name, and most of the names were really long in Mongolia and in Laos for that matter. But this guy was 17, along with Purev, who is now in our team. And these guys were the best players in our team. So we created a strikerless formation, and it was very successful. Dashcam was like one silver star rated player, but he was awesome and just kept providing goal after goal after goal. Seeing if there's any other players that I remember for being particularly good. Orville was getting on a bit, if I remember correctly, but he was a good right back. Mohammed was a good left back on stats, but not so good in performances. So a little bit of a failure, in my opinion, for myself. Glegpill was like a um, a squad player. Didn't play too often, but he was okay. And yeah, so it looks like there's been quite a few changes there. Oh, Mormin, as I called him, was a excellent midfielder for us, alongside the other player who we've signed for in Jordan, and that was Gambat. So there we go. We had 3 seasons with BCH Lions, and we took them to the title twice. So they can be very happy with the work that I did. It'd be interesting to see how they've done in the recent games. I don't think they will have done it. Let's see if we can see where their club positions are. So there's 2 seasons where we took them up, and they didn't get relegated the next season. They got relegated, didn't they? The very next season after I left, they got relegated, and now they're technically top of their division without playing any games yet because it started at a really weird time. But yeah, that is disappointing to see, actually. I'm quite gutted with that. So we left, they got relegated. So that shows you the job that we were doing. We did steal two of their better players, admittedly. So if we come to AL-ARABI, we got promoted in our first season, and we've got some amazing players in the squad. The 2 players that I've been talking about from BCH Lions were Gambat, who doesn't look anything special. He's 18 years old, so he could improve quite significantly. But even the scouts here don't rate him. But he's just along for the ride because I have a sentimental relationship with this player. And Purev, again, he's capable of being something in this league, but I wouldn't say he would be anything special. And the reason I can't find him is because his first name's so long it hides his surname. Badman Yambugin Purev. As the chant goes, he's attacking midfielder, scores loads of goals as a rule, but he's not been doing very well in this league. But then we've been outclassed in every department, so that's probably not a surprise. He's 1 gold star, not even 3-star ability, really. But he's sticking with us, and he's playing an important role because we are struggling. But that's the story of how we are. In the league last season, he did okay, Purev. This season, obviously, it's going to be a bit of a struggle for all of us. So Khaled has picked up an injury. We'll leave to physio. That's 5 to 6 weeks. But he's our goalkeeper who replaces the injured goalkeeper. So we've got to hope that Sokon is back now. That has just become very important to us. Although it's not so necessary for this friendly. I didn't realise straight away that that was our goalkeeper, if I'm honest. So let's get our stream manager up so I'm not missing anything happening here. Stream manager. So, what else have we got? Any good news? Still 9 games till that friendly. We will play the friendly because it will give us a bit of confidence, I'm sure. I don't normally play the friendlies, but we want to get a good winning start to the stream. So that's my plan. So if we don't win this now, I'll be devastated. I'm intrigued to see how Purev has done in his international. I think it's his debut. I think he was with the under-21s, but he's been offered a chance to play at international level. I tell you what, I'm looking forward to international football coming back to this. We've just had the World Cup draw, as you may know, and so I'd be happy for that to happen. And yeah, I'd like to be able to do a build a nation save, but part of the build a nation save for me is having a national team and controlling that national team as well as your team in that league, especially if you're playing a league where there's not too many matches. So Purev was involved in a 3-0 defeat. Won't let me look at the game by the looks of it, which is a bit annoying. Wanted to see what his rating was in it, but never mind. But at least he's had his international call up now. It's thoroughly deserved. And to be fair, in terms of Mongolian football, he should be a star for many years. Because, of course, he's only young. He's only 21 now. So he should... yeah, is he 21? He's around that, 2021. So we should beat this team. In terms of our friendly, we will be using the first team because we want to build confidence and we also want to make sure that they're match fit for the next game. It defeats the objective we play a team that is not the first team, and we also going to play the first team against the team we play in the cup, in the Jordan FA Cup, Jordanian FA Cup, should I say? Can you believe we're 28 minutes into it and we haven't got to that friendly yet? Never mind the cup game. It's amazing how quickly time goes when you're having fun, isn't it? It's an issue with these leagues, though, that we find that there's big gaps between the matches all the time. When you come to the end of the season, you find that nearly every game is 2 weeks apart. It's very hard to keep your guys in tip-top condition for them. So if we look at this, we're very, very pleased with us, but disappointed with how we lost 4-0 to Jazeera. And to be fair, I was disappointed as well because I thought we were going to win the league till we played that match. And then all of a sudden, I was like, maybe this league's a bit harder than what I thought it was. And at first I thought, well, maybe Jazeera are the best team in the league. And when I looked and saw that they were predicted to finish 7th, the alarm bells started to ring. So Abu Sukan has resumed full training. What a relief that is, because hopefully now he can play in this friendly and, of course, in the cup match afterwards. And hopefully we never need Khaled again, because Sukan is our super goalkeeper. We've been missing him from the very start, obviously. So now we've lost Khaled. It's literally straight down to Sukan, and we'll quick pick the unpicked positions. Pick without restriction, unpicked positions. At least because we are currently a professional team, we don't have the same trouble as we've been having in our other save with Leek Town and with the teams that we were in control of before these, BCH Lions, Luang Prabang and SEC United. We haven't got the same trouble as with them. So Suafta here is not as good as Ruabda, but he is 6'6" and jumping reach of 18. So that's why he's currently getting a bit of time in the first team, because I want to see if he can improve our form in terms of corners and stuff like that. Maybe I should change our corners at some point. We are playing short corners in this tactic, if I remember correctly. But if we look at our combined, we're playing, I think this is the same tactic that we're playing in our Leek Town save at the moment, because we were struggling in that to get results. But this is a good one. It was one that I created for the Lions, and it seems to be working better than some of the other ones. And because of the players that we've got, this Al-Diabat is a good player, and he's going to be quite helpful to us. And Purev, I want him to be a success. So we're going to keep those guys in. Triple A is probably fit to come back. So we'll put him in for no flow. Aquaman can stay on the bench for now, but he's an option that we can look to as well. Al-Majali is pretty good in that position. And where's Mansour? Is he on the bench? There he is. Mansour's on the bench, and he's going to stay there today because I think Al-Un is going to get a bit of a run in the side anyway. So let's go to the match. Great to have the shouts. We can finally speak. I've been learning my Arabic just to do these shouts. And so hopefully everybody can understand what I'm saying, except for Purev, who doesn't speak Arabic. Kick off. Shout. Encourage. Straight from the start, we're going to encourage them. And they'll get the shout straight away. So, come on, Al-Arabi. It's a hard name to say. I keep wanting to say Al-Abri, but it's Al-Arabi. Which, if you were saying that, Al-Arabi would be talking about Arabic. The language, that is. Hal Takatel Al-Arabiya means, do you speak Arabic? So Al-Absi, the short corner routine. Goes back to Al-Absi. He finds Triple A, whose shot forces a good save. And I'm a little bit concerned that we are 22 minutes in and this is our first highlight against a team who are not very good. They are beginning to roll now, the highlights. So maybe it's just taking us a while to get into the game. So if he misses this, we'll shout demand more. So Khatib, Al-Diabat, Al-Absi pulls it back. And Al-Un So we're going to demand more because we want these guys to know that this is an important game in terms of their fitness. Get attacked by my pedals for my farming sim rig. AL-ARABI's picked up a knock. That is the one thing we didn't want to be happening in this, is players getting injured. Abu Jabla plays a ball to Purev, who slots it back to AAA, and that's the first goal. So nice and easy. We really do not want to lose AL-ARABI, but I think I'm going to make an early change here. Haven't really got anybody to replace him because we are short in that area. So we'll put Mohammed in. We will have to move him forward because he can't play that position. But he'll be a target forward and out of possession. We'll put him there, but we don't want him as a tracker. We want him to be centre forward. Maybe. So we'll confirm them changes. Not ideal, because we're having to change our system to accommodate that injury. We could have gone to another tactic, which would have meant Purev was the only attacking midfielder. And that may well be where we end up for the next game if that player is still injured. So Al-Khatib, AAA. The ball is swung across. And Al-Jabba. And the ball's back in again. Al-Absi doesn't go for it, but Al-Un to swing in the cross. Now he's gone low and short, and that is brilliant. And Badman Bugim Purev gets the goal. Mohammed Al-Absi with a good assist, but it's important to recognise how Al-Un's pass here opened up the space for Al-Absi. That was a well-worked goal. We are against a team we should be hammering, so I would say that this is not really anything special, but it's good to get Purev among the goals. Won't count to his numbers for the season, but it might boost his confidence a little bit. I'm very happy with how you're going. Keep going. We'll be encouraging. We'll give them 60 minutes and then we'll bring some changes. Just because we don't want to be getting any more injuries. So, got to go a bit more attacking. Just put a bit more miles in the legs. Khatib wins the ball, gives it to Purev, who poor pass to Mohammed, really. This could be a dangerous attack from them. Oh, they've got a Jedi up front. That's cheating. If he's using the Force, that's just not on. So we're probably coming to the last play before we ring the changes. Al-Absi at the far post. Al-Un finds Tarona. That's probably Tirauna, to be honest. That's a nice finish. 3-0. We'll start looking at bringing the changes. So Gambat is going to be the first one to come on. A definite. Rawabda can come on. We'll bring him on for Al-Shati. No Flow can come on the left. Aquaman on the right. Where are you, Aquaman? Oh, there you are. Couldn't see it, and it's highlighted for me. Majali can come on as well. He's a good player. Can't believe how Diabat's injured. Alya can come on. And Mohammed on the left. And Buddy Yassin's not fit yet, so do we risk him? No, we'll keep him off for now. He's too important. In fact, let's bring Kowalder on. So loads of changes, nearly a full team. So whatever happens now is irrelevant for this game. It is just a case of we'll encourage you. It's probably the wrong shout to do when you're 3-0 up, but it is a completely new team. They nearly scored then. We're not going to be as good for this last half hour. We realistically have got the B team out there. And Purev, of course. Kept Purev on because I want him to get a couple of goals if he can. Though Aquaman, No Flow, Aoye, all very good players. Aquaman with a cross here. Picked up by Mohammed. Gambat. I should say A Mohammed and Q Mohammed, because we have two Mohammeds. Purev gives it to Q Mohammed, who takes a shot from distance. You know, Q Mohammed's never scored a goal, so hopefully he can get one, even if it's a friendly. He seems to be happy with his game. 6-7 is probably good. Oh, it's dropping down now. He's not a very good player. It's got to be said. Q Mohammed is an awful player. Slow as a snail, but he's 6'5". That's the only thing he's got going for him. So A Mohammed taking the corner. Gives it to Purev. Purev swings a ball. Q Mohammed does not win the header. That was one of the first times I've seen him cross it in for him. And No Flow does win a header. It's completely unmarked and slots it home for 4-0. And that should be a real good confidence booster for them. Majali getting the assist as well, so he'll be happy. Good header, good strong header, and happy days. So 4-0 in the friendly. Just a little bit of a run out for the players. Let's hope now that has not got too bad an injury for Diabat. 1 to 2 days. Phew. That was a risky moment. I was concerned. It has to be said. So AL-ARABI, I think that means it's a local derby because we are Irbid as well. AL-ARABI Club of Irbid. Yep, so this should be a local derby, even though it's a much smaller team. So I don't think we'll play Yassin, but he'll definitely be on the bench and come on. We'll introduce him maybe in the second half or something along those lines. I think you only get 3 substitutes, so I do need to manage my substitutes well. Player targets and promises. Have we made any? I try not to make too many promises if I can help it. Sometimes I accidentally miss things, but with five days to go until the game. So yeah, so Sokon, if a bid comes in for him in the next 128 days, we're going to have to accept it. And if it doesn't come in, then I'll be very happy, and hopefully he'll want to stay because he is a class above our other goalkeeper. We did have a keeper who could have competed with him, but he retired. So we couldn't keep him, unfortunately. I don't think he was massively old either for a goalkeeper. I think he was only 34. So we'll probably play the same team, even though Diabat did pick up that knock. I'm hoping that he will be fully fit. Let's see what this fitness test says. So not required. I'm assuming that's going to tell us that it will. So 45 minutes is recommended for Aouya and Bani Yassin. Diabat, capable of playing the fixture with minimal risk. And I'm not bothered about a goalkeeper. They should be okay to survive. Our Clark. I think he's probably not a first choice player anyway. I don't recognise him as such. He's a right back, 16 years old, who is not going to play in the foreseeable future anyway, so don't think we need to worry about that. So this is the Jordanian FA Cup against a team who is local to us, but we should be beaten. As you can see, everybody seems reasonably happy there. We just need to make sure we've got everybody we want on the bench. So Q Mohammed is going to come off for Aquaman. It's more important we have him available to us than anybody else. And then we've got Mansour can come off. Oh, Mansour wasn't on. So Bani Yassin needs to be on there. Rawabda Al-Hassari. So Al-Hassari will probably get fed up, will he, soon? So we might have to play him soon. He is quite fast, admittedly. I'm tempted to give him a go, but it's at the expense of Sawafta, so I don't think we will. I like Sawafta. No, actually, we will. We'll give Al-Hassari a go. He's not looking very happy. In fact, nobody's looking very happy except for my mate Purev, and he's got a 6.35. He's probably laughing all the way to the bank because he's getting paid and not playing very well. So Hassari is lacking match fitness, but that's no surprise because we didn't play him in the friendly. See, at least we could actually tell them that they've they can play like they did last time, because if we'd left it to the other one, it'd be saying you better improve on how you were last time. But in theory, this should be an easy game. Where's my mate Purev? You're the key man today. We want a hat trick from you. Interested here how they've only got 4 players wearing shirts. The rest are all playing naked. I assume that's because they're greyed out players and don't really exist in the game. And if that's the case, we definitely should be winning this game. The long ball forward. Al-Shati wins the header. It's coming back at us though. Salama. Salama's done his man and he's into the box, and Sokon makes a save. But that's a little bit concerning. We'll just encourage the players, hopefully, that we won't score before that takes effect, as we'll take offence. Hasn't made them smile, so I don't think they were happy with being encouraged. I'll fire him up in a minute, if that's the case. So Diabat finds Purev. Good ball out from Purev to AAA. Good save by their keeper. AAA should have done a little bit better for me. Early doors, Purev looks up for this. So let's fire them up because they're not... good angry faces. Let's hope that gets them moving. They've got to do better than they have been. Overwhelmed by the feedback. Overwhelmed. Diabat's missed a sitter while I'm looking at how they're reacting. I mean, we've had 8 shots. Purev, Al-Khatib, Diabat, Al-Un, Al-Absi, Al-Tarani. Comes to Al-Khatib. Plays the ball forward for Al-Diabat. Diabat's got Purev and AAA arriving late. That was a nice finish, nice goal all round. Congratulations, guys, that was well played. And Diabat and AAA, their stats will significantly improve now. And Purev will start looking like the player who's not done much. But he wasn't far away from being in a position to get on the end of that as well. But good goal from AAA, and we can be quite happy with that. Now he's the only one below 7 in that forward line, Purev. Which is a bit harsh because he went up to 7 at one point. So, Abu Jabla, AAA. AAA has done his man and charging through. It looks like he's got his tail up now. Squares the ball, returns the favour to Al-Absi. 2-0, and surely this game is going our way now. They are a poor side and we shouldn't be struggling to get anything against them when we're 2-0 up at half-time. Took us a long time to break them down, but we've done it now, so I'm happy with that. And Purev's scores, and AAA's for that matter. In fact, everybody on the left. Everybody, well, I don't know what's going on there. They're not playing very well at all. I'm happy with their performance because they're 2-0 up and comfortable. We'll give it another 15 minutes and then we'll bring on Bani Yassin. Half an hour just to start building his fitness back up. He has been out since the start of the season, not played a game yet. And he is our best player by a country mile. And we've managed to get him to commit to a long-term deal. Apart from he's got a clause in his contract if somebody puts in a bid. And it's not a massive bid, unfortunately. It certainly helped the team finances because we are sinking in debt. But saying it'll help the team, it would be losing a player we wouldn't be able to replace. AAA heads it to the far post, unlucky. So time to bring him on. He's realised. Roabda can come on as well for Husari because he was not fully fit anyway. And he's on a 6-5-5, but they are our best 2 players anyway. And because we're only allowed 3 subs, I won't make the next substitution yet. So Al-Khatib, Al-Um, Bani Yassin, first game back. AAA does control the ball well, cuts back inside, goes for the goal himself. So I've got to get no flow on, I think, for AAA, who's had a sensational game, don't get me wrong, but No Flow's a good player as well, so I don't think it'll weaken us at all. AAA is still on the pitch at the moment, so the substitution hasn't taken place yet. Purev goes back to Bani Yassin, comes out to Abu Jabla. AAA has skinned his man, gets through, and misses a sitter. Probably a good job he's going off. That should have been 3-0. Got to demand more. I don't think it's a productive shout, but for me, the second half, they've dropped off a little bit. So Purev skins his man, gives a ball to No Flow. Wasn't quite hit hard enough for me, but Al-Khatib sends a ball over the top. Al-Absi gets control of it, gives it to Al-Dayabat, and Dayabat slots it home. And that is 3-0, and that is what we wanted when we demanded more. That's what we were looking for. I've got to say one thing with the shouts. I preferred the first shouts they brought out, which actually changed instructions within the game. So, for example, if you were playing short passing game and it wasn't working, and you shouted go long, it'd change your instructions to pass long, and I think they work better like that. That's a personal opinion on it. Oh, we've got another goal. Mohamed Al-Shati. Purev is going to get the assist for it. It's a superb cross. But obviously, it's down to the defender being a good header of the ball. I mean, it's a good cross, don't get me wrong. Loads of players in there. Al-Shati with the goal. 4-0 again. And we have cruised into the next round of the Cup. In fairness, we did well in the Cup last season. We knocked the team who was top of this division out while we were in the lower division. I've just seen No Flow's picked up a knock. That's not good. We can't take him off. It is the end of the game, though, so that's okay. Good win. Well done, everybody. So they've come unstuck, apparently. I think they got battered myself. Let's see what was youthful about them. Well, that hasn't got the age on it. General info. Not that youthful. We've got a couple of young players, admittedly. I mean, there's some reasonable players in that team, considering. We'll try and remember that when we are in a transfer window. And let's hope that that's improved our confidence enough to go into these two important games. Those really were just the precursors to what we're about to receive. May the Lord make us truly thankful. Amen. So Ali has picked up another injury. It's only a cut leg at least, so it's not too bad. Tell you what, started the stream this late at night for me might have been a mistake. My eyes want to close. I'm willing in spirit to create an exciting stream, but I am fighting tiredness. I shouldn't be, if I'm honest. I've had a 2-hour nap today, so I should be full of energy, but I am tired. So just checking, no flow, looks like he's fit and everybody's happy. I think we'll take Roabda and put him in for Al-Hasari. Bani Yassim, we'll put him in the defence again. It's good to have him back, and I'm very happy that he's there for definite. So in possession, Al-Khateem is our deep line playmaker, and Bani Yassim is box to box. Let's see how we get on. One player I want on the bench, if we can, is Gambat. I don't know who we're going to replace him for, though. We do need a defender. So Al-Haddad. Mansour can come on to the bench for Majali. And we want Sawafta as the replacement central defender. And that is the team for today. So I am going to take a 2-minute break before we start the game. I will pause it and go off stream. Not off stream, off screen. And be back in a couple of minutes. I just gotta go to the toilet, try and refresh myself, wake myself up a little bit, because I am fighting the tiredness. And I want to keep going for at least another hour, if not 2. So I don't want to, just stumble my way through. So I'm going to try and wake myself up a little bit. So I'll be back very soon. There we go. Hopefully that will give us a bit more stamina to last the night out. So I want you to pick up where you left off last time. Encourage the players to make a difference. And if I sound out of breath, I've just been trying to wake myself up, and that is why I'm out of breath. I've done a bit of jogging on the spot. Probably a bad idea. I am recovering from a heart attack, so not the best thing to do in the world. It's left me completely breathless. Whew. So this is the only team that separates us from the bottom, so we cannot afford to lose this game. If we lost this game, I think confidence-wise we would be shot. And so if we can get a draw at least, but preferably a win, then I think we'd be okay. So Al-Shati, Al-Rawabda, Bani Yassim, Hurev charges through, goes for goal, does not find the target. He deserved a goal there, in fairness. So just watching now, what does Rawabda do? It is Rawabda, isn't it? Yeah. Actually, Rawabda got the deflection on that, which took it onto the post. So technically it was good defending, but my goodness, it was sailing close to the wind. That was very nearly a catastrophe for us early on in this game. We are, as it happens, creating a good tally of shots, but the highlights seem to be going the other way at the moment. We may be dropping back to defensive if we survive this. They've gone over the bar. I'll tell you what, we won't go defensive, we'll go cautious. And we'll give them a shout of demand more as well. No reaction to the shout. But Al-Diabat's beginning to increase in his numbers, which is good. 10 minutes to go. We'll give one more shout. We'll do the encourage. Try and raise up. There we go. Everybody's happy again. Let's see if we can get them a goal through our shouts. Abdallah for the other team, Al-Bakara. Al-Khatib has won the ball. Diabat. Hurev outside of his left foot gives it to Al-Abzi, who charges through. And that was a good effort, good save by their keeper, and we can't complain too much about that. I would have liked him to pull it back, but at the same time I need to recognise he is one of our best players, and if he's going to score, he's going to score. So it's not a good time to concede it just before half time, so we need to be trying to win this ball back sooner rather than later. It's a good crossing, just over the bar. That was close. So half time, 0-0, very even game. Dave had a lot more of the ball. Is there a way we could stop that? Let's look at our out of possession. And I'm going to try and drop to 2 defensive midfielders. And AAA and Al-Absi dropping back to wide midfielders. Although I think we probably want them tracking back still. Yeah, so there we go. That's what we'll do with that. We just need to try and get a little bit more control in the game, really. We've been unlucky so far. We're not going to be too critical. We're away from home. Our confidence in the league is shot, so we do need to find ourselves a little bit of a breakthrough in this. So I'll happily discourage long shots. I think that's a good shout from my assistant manager. 52 minutes in, there's a dangerous free kick, which is going to be hoofed into the box. And it's found a player, and he's found the goal. The keeper seemed to go down before he'd even struck it, which was not very helpful. It has to be said. Now we've got a problem. We need to get ourselves back in it. We're going attacking. We can't hang about anymore. Good swing in Al-ARABI at the far post. Needed a goal. He is very good in the air. Definitely need somebody to step up and get us a goal here. So Bani Yassim, we don't want to give him too long because of how unfit he probably is. So Gambak can come in. Aquaman will come on for Al-ARABI because Al-ARABI is... Well, let's not do that at the moment. But let's look at that. No. Keep him that way round. I think this is how we used to play them both anyway. So Aquaman is coming on for Al-ARABI. To be honest, this does not make us particularly stronger. So we are dependent on the players playing above their ability to help us out here. Here's Aquaman. Finds Gamba. The two subs combining there. Ruabda sends a long ball forward. Purev, good control, pulls it back to Khatib. Khatib has hit the crossbar. Badman Yambugi. Purev scores the goal. And we have the equaliser. We'll drop back to positive, not go all the way back to cautious. It was a beautiful shot, and Purev was in the right place to jump up, hang in the air for the ball to come down to him and head it into the open goal. Glad he's got his goal now, and he's up in the high 7.4, which is good. Oh, we've lost a right back, which means that Mansour is coming on. A little bit disappointing, but Al-Un was involved in that goal as well. So Mansour gives it to Aquaman. Mansour's giving the ball away. This is not good. 5 minutes to go and we're about to commit suicide. Put the tackle in. Oh, they've hit the post. It's not over yet. Come on, guys, get the ball. So I'm shouting focus because that was just absolute stupidity from Mansour to give it away. Still 5 minutes to go of injury time. A lot of tired players. But we've actually seen it out for a 1-1 draw. It was an important result. And I'm happy with that because it keeps us ahead of them on goal difference. Unfortunately, Ma'an have won 2 games now, so that's not good. I'll own it's a bad injury by the looks of it. Oh, man. that is not good for him because that probably is the end of his season, really. Because by the time he comes back, I don't think there'll be too many games left. So I'm not going to stress about that, but I would hope that we can win this next game. This next game is the one. This is like our cup final. If we win this, we go to 1 point behind them. And we do need to win it. But the way I'd see it now is that we've played 3 games and not been beaten. One was a friendly, one was a cup game, and one was a difficult game against a team who are bottom, but are technically a much better team than us. So we realistically haven't done too bad. But Man are the team that came up with us. We were better than them last season. We need to prove we're still better than them now. And I've got to say, I'm thoroughly regretting getting rid of, what was his name? I can't think of his name. It's gone. Garley, I think his name was. Who was an attacking midfielder. Purev would have been on the bench if he'd have still been here. Ghazi, that was it, not Garley. Ghazi. Ghazi. If we hadn't have got rid of him, I think we'd have been okay. He actually went to a team who got relegated from this division, so it does seem to be that the teams who go up from Division 1 always seem to go down. It's obviously a very difficult league to survive. But we've got to find enough to keep us up. I'd be interested to see what the survival scores roughly work out as. So let's look at this. If we go to league stage, Salt went down with 25, and Al-Bakar, who are the team below us, got 30. Now I'm nervous. 27 kept Salt up the year before. 27 would have kept them up again. You see, Al-Bakar and Man got relegated a few seasons ago. So yeah, we've got a difficult job here. I really don't know how we're going to do it. I think perhaps we need to make some tweaks to the tactic to make it a little bit faster. But we'll do it after the Ma'an game because for me, this tactic should be good enough to beat these. These are the one team that shouldn't be too different from us in terms of level. If we lose it as a result, that's on me. But I think what we'll do is we'll just increase the pace in which we play the game. Perhaps lower the defensive line, things like that. Right. Everybody's fit except for obviously the end for Al-Un. Do we go back to this one and ditch Purev? No, I don't think we do. I think not. I think we'll stay with the same one for now. And yeah, I've got to keep the same team. I wasn't going to. I was going to give No Flow or Aquaman a run out, but I think I'll keep the same team just for one more match. so that we're not making any changes to the side. And hopefully we can dominate this game. For me, this is the biggest game of the stream. This is going to be the one that if we do not win it, I will be gutted. So I've got a bit more demanding with the midfield. Hopefully that wasn't a mistake. So here we go. The most important game of the stream today. If we do not win this, then we are in big trouble. We're already 4 points behind this team. And basically, we need to be ahead of 2 teams by the end of the season. And we've only got 2 points to our name so far. We're getting early shots, which is good. There is a highlight. At the moment, it looks like their highlight. Oh, oh, come on. Get to him, get to him. No, no. Wow, that was close. Bro, Abdul with a fantastic header there. So we'll encourage them. And we're actually going to go more positive as well. We are creating chances. They've got another dangerous opportunity from a free kick. Ref. Must have been handball, but what was the goalie doing? It's like he didn't even know where the goal was. I mean, surely this was handball. I mean, that was handball. Absolute sure. Look what a soak on is. What are you doing, you clown? That has got to be... I think I've just berated everybody. I meant to berate the individuals. I think I've just berated everybody. I didn't mean to do that, but... Seems to be... Oh, it's game over already. We've lost the game already. 25 minutes in, and we are out of it. We are relegated. AL-ARABI picked up the ball on the wing. Squares it across, but unfortunately there was one player that it didn't need to fall to, and it fell to him. Now the counter-attack is on, and this is probably 3-0. I mean, look at this. We've absolutely dominated possession. I say we've had more shots than them. But somehow we're absolutely ballsed up this game. We need a goal before half-time. That is definite. Come on, what is that pass? Embarrassing. That's all I can say on this. If I had a water bottle, I'd throw it. But they took them off us. Absolutely terrible. Defence has been unacceptable. Tactics for the second half. So direct counter attack. Out of possession. All these players need to drop right back, whether they like it or not. And we'll start the second half. But this game's over. 3-0 down at half time. Seriously not good enough. So that's 4-0. Oh, wait there. Did the third goal get disallowed? All this time I've been thinking it's 3-0 and it's now only 3-0. But still game over, whatever. We're never going to get one goal, never mind 3. So Purev gives it to Al-ARABI. Gives it to Al-ARABI. Mansour. Al-ARABI. Playing for pride now, guys. Long ball forward. Purev's away. Doesn't get to it, but Al-ARABI's got an open goal and misses. Come on. Literally just needed to hit the target. Can't believe we've lost this. I really cannot. They have been rubbish and hammered us. We've let them have the ball for the second half and it hasn't worked. So now we've got to work miracles to survive. And I don't think we've got it in us. Triple A. Come on, lad. Get us a goal. Something to cheer about. Not even speaking to him. That was the biggest game of the season, and we needed to turn up for that game. Right, so now we're going to have to consider our tactics. I don't think we're going to adjust that one. We're going to adjust the other one that we've got. I think we need to accept that Purev's going to have to play second fiddle to... We need midfield to start winning the battles a bit more. So tactics. We're going to go to this one. No, not that one. So I'll go with that. But what I want to do is change some of the instructions. Try that at standard. We want it out of possession. The line of engagement needs to be a low block. The defensive line needs to be lower. There's a lot of players in the middle, so we want to try and... Defensive line behaviour, what's that? I think we'll leave that as balanced for now, but we know it's there. Get stuck in. We've got to be aggressive. This could cost us in the long run, but so we want them to come inside because we're being killed on the outside. There's a lot of players here, so hopefully we can do it. Hi, mate. Sorry if I missed your message. Hope you've not been waiting too long for me to respond. Great to see you here today. So yeah, that's what we'll do with that one there. And I mean, there's no trap on here. Am I missing something? Cross engagement. We need to stop them because we're rubbish, basically. Now, in possession, is there anything that we need to change? Let's look at all the instructions for in possession. So working the ball into the box, we definitely want for a possession tactic. Pass reception. We do want to play more through balls purely because our players are in a deeper position, and through balls can be quite effective. So goalkeeper distribution, slow pace down. Goal kicks, short. Yeah. So, and the distribution should be to centre backs, but we'll have to see how that goes. So, change of tactic is going to mean that we hopefully will be able to control the games a little bit more. I mean, that defensive display in the last game was shocking. I was so confident when we came into this league that we'd survive, which was all we had to do, to be honest. But now I'm really hopeful that somebody comes and offers me a job because I just cannot see how we're going to save this. Is now a bad time to look for available jobs? Managerial vacancies available. We could go to Canada. We could go to South Korea. Oh, that's North Korea. Might get in, but might not get out. India. Are they professional? That's the important thing. Rajasthan. Rajasthan. Must be Rajasthan. Rajasthan. 40 players, so they've got a lot of players. Where are they in their league? The I League. Oh, it's very early days, actually, for Rajasthan. I don't know what the I League is, but they are professional, so I might apply for the job. Who knew? Jumping ship before things go really bad. So there's a few jobs in Pakistan. But they're only semi-professional. I mean, there's no way of filtering this, which would be handy if I could. Oh, managerial vacancies. So there's a lot of jobs in Pakistan, which is a bad sign, really. Perhaps they top the managers if they don't do very well. Iraq, all Division 1, which I don't think is the top division. There's a lot in Iraq, to be fair. And a lot in Pakistan. I wish we had filters for this. We could go back to Laos. Would be a step back in terms of the season, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. So there's not many leagues which we would want to go to where there is somebody. Vietnam would be one that I wouldn't mind going to. But there's none there for them. Madagascar doesn't look overly appealing to me. There's a couple of Americas, but really we want to be sticking to the Asian leagues. That's where we've aimed for the Journeyman to take place for the majority of it. I'm not going to declare interest because it might get me sacked. I mean, we should compare budgets really when we get the chance. So our recruitment budget's 22k, wage budget's nearly 10k. So when we get to Rajasthan, it'll be important to see if they offer me a interview, what is the budget that they give me. If it's more than 10k, then we'll definitely consider it. I mean, to be honest, I think that we could be relegated by the time the um next transfer window opens. I thought I saw something about Rajasthan then, but must have imagined it. So Al Hussein, we're top of the league. I don't know if they still are. No, they're down to third now. But it's a good test of our new tactic. We'll go with quick pick. Obviously, Khalad will not be in the team. Gambat will come in for him. Alga, I wouldn't mind seeing him in the team as well, but that would be possibly at the expense of. Oh, we can do it at the expense of the lone player. I'm not sure which way round to play these midfielders. I think Yassine might have been better in the defensive midfielder role, but we shall see. Let's see how we go. So we're not talking to the press because I'm in a mood. After we lost that game, now it's a time for us to show ourselves as a bit better than what we are. Look at that. Instantly not putting the tackles in, and get stuck in. So early doors, not too bad. So they're obviously going to try and... Oh, I thought he was going to disobey instructions then. I was going to get mad. Al-ARABI with a nice little flick. Diabat plays the ball through to Triple A. Triple A, was he onside? He's certainly clean through. He's missed. That was a good opportunity there. We should have done better. That's good movement from their part, and we're running away from the defence. So again, it's them building up. And charging through. Put the tackle in. Come on, you've got hard tackling on. Don't put the tackle in now. You can see the penalty. So, disobeyed instructions. Fortunately, it's come back to us. But that was a poor pass. We're supposed to be holding on to the ball. You know that, don't you? Look at that was close. So thank you to Johnson for following me. I appreciate that. We move ever closer to being an affiliate. Every follow is important. So thank you very much, my friend. Yeah, we'll be encouraging because I think they've done okay so far. Then this is the kickoff where our central player kicks it and not one player touches it before it goes out of play. For a throw in our own half. That is not good enough. Good effort there from Barney. So Sohan with the ball at his feet. Thank you for doing a short pass, which is what we wanted. Rawabda. Tarana has given away the ball, and this is not good. Well done, Al Shatti. We needed that, but hopefully this is not too dangerous a position. Bunny has got a really good chance of scoring. Hits the crossbar. I mean, this is looking pretty desperate at the moment. Oh, he's given a foul away. Although, I'd rather him give away a foul than a penalty. They've missed a header. We are hanging on by the skin of our teeth here. I mean, a draw would be a fantastic result. But I just can't see it, to be honest. Right, so tactics. Al-ARABI's been booked, so I'll bring on Aquaman for him. Jablar's picked up an injury. He's a left back. And we haven't got any left backs on the bench. That is a problem. So he's going to have to carry on playing for now. Bani Yassim's having a shocker of a game. And Al-Khatib is too. So Alya is going to come on. And we're going to switch those players around. And off we go. See this game to the end, and then I'm going to have to take a quick toilet break. AAA. Abu Jabla, Bani Yassim. Khatib with the long ball over the top. AAA picks it up. AAA takes the ball in, and Aquaman has scored. We have a lead. That was not expected in this game. Whether we can hang on for the win, I very much doubt, but I would definitely appreciate that. As my daughter leaves me in the dark. Great finish from Aquaman. An inspired sub, I have to say. So here we go, playing the ball out. Khatib, Diabat, Bani Yassim, AAA. Beautifully played. Abu Jabla. Swings the ball in. Aquaman at the far post. Doesn't win it, but Alya picks up the ball. Goes from distance. Oh, what a genius. The two players that I have subbed on have both scored goals. And we are 2-0 up with 15 minutes to go here. All of a sudden, I've forgotten what they're called. I think it's Husseini. They are completely stunned by what is happening here. Al Hussein. I mean, this is a smash and grab in the end. We were playing all right for the first half hour or so, and then they really started to dominate. They have battered us for the best part of 60 minutes, and then we made a couple of subs that have absolutely turned this game on its head. We're not there yet. And there's one thing that I will say. There's the first goal back. I mean, what can we do now? Tactics, out of possession. Everybody's got to get back. And we're going to very defensive. So now we're nervous. I mean, it's bad defence, but to be fair, we've managed to keep them out for most of the game, so we've done all right. But now it is backs to the wall. And we've done it. We've held on. 2-1. Our first victory of the season. Very much needed. That was really special. No one gave us a chance. Everybody should be very happy with that result. Still not talking to the press because I'm still naffed off about losing that other game. We have lost Abu Jabla for 3 days. But yeah, I think we've brought an end to a winless streak. Where does that leave us? I assume we're still second from bottom. On 5 points. But we are now within touching distance of a couple of teams. So, I'm going to leave you for 2 minutes just while I go spend a penny. But I will be back very soon. So we are back and raring to go. So that was a really important victory there. And with Al-Waidat top of the league next, I think we probably want to be considering with our tactic going cautious from the off. So if I go to tactics, I keep forgetting to use these shortcuts. So Al-Absi is probably suspended for the next match, which is not good. So control, possession, and cautious are definites. But that was definitely a shock result where at the Al Hassan Stadium we beat Al Hussein and have sent ourselves rocketing into the picture of actually survival once again. There are 2 or 3 teams which we could now potentially catch with 1 win, and we want to keep ourselves in that position where we are at least within reach of them before the end of the season. A long, long way to go. 20 more matches, but we've definitely got ourselves in a position where we don't look down, dead and buried already, which is where we were when we lost to Ma'an. I did want to have a quick look while we've got the chance at some of the leagues. Just got to try and work out how to do it. I'm not sure where we'd look for it. Add and remove leagues. There's a reason for this because we've outgrown a lot of the leagues that could potentially see your results, layouts. Oh, come off it. Maybe it's nations. Right, so is it in preferences? Might be in preferences. Hall of Fame, detail level, add and remove leagues. There it is. What was so complicated about that? Right, so I don't think we're going to go to these guys anymore. Uzbekistan, maybe. Lebanon, maybe. I don't think we'll go to Macau. We've been rejecting Madagascar all along, so we'll definitely rule them out. I'm going to rule Pakistan out just because they always seem to have clubs. I don't think we'll go to Singapore. UAE definite, Vietnam definites. Guam, I think we already have removed them. Mongolia, we're keeping him because of the history. Right. Kuwait are definitely staying in. Iran are staying in. Indonesia are staying in. Hong Kong, probably not going to go there now. East Timor, not going to go there now. Chinese Taipei, not going to go there now. And they will disappear on the 1st of January. I might keep Cambodia in, but Brunei, I don't think we'll be going to them. Botswana, Bangladesh, we'll keep in. I don't think we'll go to them, no. So we'll confirm them. And then we'll look at adding leagues. So first of all, I want England in if it's not in. So confirm. Asia, Australia, we'll add in. India, we've got in already, haven't we? So Iran, we've got in. Iraq, we've got in. Japan. So we definitely want Japan in there. Kuwait, Laos, Lebanon, Macau, Malaysia. I think we've already got them in. Got them in. Got Vietnam in. Right. So now we want to be looking at European teams as well. So let's confirm that so that we've got the teams in that we've had, the leagues in that we've added. And then we want to start considering the European teams as well as we start to bring it headed towards home. Israel. I mean, they'll love to have me having been in Jordan, won't they? That would be a very realistic move. Turkey we could consider. Ukraine, it would be nice to consider. But I think we'll get the home nations in because we could find ourselves coming home soon in this particular journeyman. We've done a few Asian teams now. We may well be going to India as well. But what do we want? Who's a home nation? Wales, they are. So we'll definitely keep them in it. Add Ireland. Where are you? Ireland. Add Northern Ireland. So N. I feel like there's another home nation. I think Scotland are already in it, aren't they? England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, Gibraltar. So we'll confirm them and leave it at that for now. But we've got rid of a lot of the Asian minor leagues now and started bringing in some of the European ones that will give us the opportunity to move. I quite fancy having done the Jordanian side of things. I wouldn't mind looking at the Israeli leagues at some point. We're probably not actually reputation wise there yet. So, in fact, does it tell us our reputation anywhere? My profile. Reputation's still local. Wow. Who's this out now? Roabda. Might be a blessing in disguise, to be honest. I mean, having got that win, we're now in a position where we're unlikely to get anything against Al-Wedat. They are top of the league. They are top of the league. And we are nearly bottom of the league. Although, in fairness, Al Hussein would have been top of the league if they'd have beaten us. So, in fairness, we stopped them going atop. We could also knock Al Wedat off the top. But it would be something of a miracle to go from one extreme to the other, having lost to, well, taking 1 point from the bottom two sides with us, Ma'an and Al Bakar. Why is it not moving? Come on. Spacebar seems to have decided it doesn't want to work anymore. South Korea is another country that I would like to manage in. So we've got China, South Korea, and who was the other country that I was quite interested in? Vietnam. So those are the three countries that I would consider today if somebody came knocking. Although I'm feeling a little bit better about this. Why is my spacebar not working all of a sudden? There's just nothing there. I'm going to the back of my computer to pull it out and see if I can get it working again. So let's see if that has made a difference. Just checking I've not killed my camera rather than... Nope. Have I knocked something in the settings? So, detailed. No, so it should still be working. So, that's working. Oh, I don't know. It's just not playing ball. Wonder if I come out of the game and then go back in again. Because getting R-Mate coded it there. So if I go to save game and then quit game and reload, let's see if that helps us out. So quit game to start screen. And we'll reload it, see whether the spacebar works now. I don't know what the problem is with it, or if it's not that. Do need to invest in a new keyboard, I think, but it's not looking good. Nothing. That's working. Looks like we're leaning back, chilling with a mouse. Gives me arm-ache though, that's the trouble. Don't know how. Probably look ridiculous on the camera. Well, I look ridiculous on the camera anyway, but So, I mean, surely they expect us to lose. We are 18% chance of winning, 58% chance of Al-Wadat winning. So, don't think we're fancied for this. So, Gambat is injured, so he's going to have to disappear out of the team. Sawafta is going into the team to replace Rawabda. And Al-ARABI could be replaced by Aquaman. And who are we going to call on? Is Alon? No. Alon and how long's Gambat injured for? A double hernia expected to return in 3 months. Wow. 2 players here are long-term injuries now. I think the dream for Gambat could well be over with AL-ARABI. Come on, boys, you can do it. Do me head in now. Why is this not working? I might try it at a different port. Hey, it's just started working again. For no reason. Weird. So early doors and a long ball forward. Fully expect this to be the first goal, but they haven't scored it. We didn't appear to be very cautious then. That was the only bit I would say with that. So we're sitting back, making them come forward, but still they're finding space behind. Doesn't make sense. Out of possession, defensive line behaviour. So drop off ball for them. And then I want to make some sort of like individual team shape. Out of possession. Let's just put them as fullbacks for now. Want to pull these back to there. Can we have these as pressing? I wonder if we could pull them back even further. Pressing wing back. Pressing wing back. We're demanding a little bit more of them because of pulling them so far back, but hopefully these 4 guys pressing will create an issue for them. Might try this as well. So let's give that a go, see whether that makes any difference whatsoever. We've got a defender now who will step out and one that will be covering. So here comes our little short routine, AAA. Charging into the box, skins his man, pulls it to Tarawa. It's fallen to Sawafta. It's not offside. We have the lead against the team who are top. Surely we can't do it again. It's probably a little bit early in the match to start doing clever things like taking the lead, but it took a defensive midfielder, and to be fair, he couldn't be offside because it was a defender who passed it to him, so that will do nicely. I'm more than happy with that, and especially for Sawafta, it's good to see the big guy get a goal, even if it was with his feet and not his head. Camden sends a long ball forward for Wadat. Tadros takes a shot, and it's a corner. Good save by the keeper. It would be mad if we beat the two of the top teams in quick succession. I was feeling a bit low when we lost to Ma'an, but all of a sudden, I'm beginning to love the team again. Bani Yassin. Aquaman can't win the ball, but it's coming back anyway. Diabat is through. Misses a sitter. That should have been, really should have been 2-0. Al-Diabat does have to have concern about his position because Purev is knocking on the door. He's scored a goal recently. They've got a Diabat and here he comes, but AAA has dispossessed him. That was how I envisaged that happening, to be fair. Al-Shati sends a ball long. It's coming back at us though. And they're clean through. 1-1. Simple as you like. I'm not sure what happened with our defence end, but everybody just seemed to lose where they should be. So, as the ball came through, Al-Shati was marking him. And the covering defender wasn't covering, is what I would say there. I would say Sawafta was probably at fault with that one. Address the team. I'm happy with your performance so far. Keep it up. But I am going to bring Purev on for the second half. Diabat needs to recognise that the spacebar occasionally works. Sawafta sends a ball long, and it's not a highlight. Pointless highlight. So, one thing I've noticed actually is that they've got a lot of defensive players. This has got to be... Oh, the keeper saved it. Right. So I'm going to go shorter pass. No, much shorter passing. I wanted to do another change as well. Team instructions, much shorter passing, and we don't want to be passing it with through balls. So what do we need to do? All instructions. Pass into space. Let's go to pass to feet. See if we can try and... Because they don't seem to be pressing overly strongly. So let's see if we can hold on to the ball a bit and get them panicking about time. Well, certainly they won't be panicking if we end up taking the lead. But they're not pushing any players forward at all, are they? we won't mind a bit of the possession at some point, if you don't mind. Oh, just keep giving them the ball back. I mean, this is desperate. They've just constantly got the ball. Where you going, Purev? You've just let him run it. They go. Right, we've got the ball. Hold on to it. He's going to boot it long, isn't he? Oh, thank goodness for that. So if you look, they're not putting us under any pressure. So the passing, perfect. This is exactly what we need. This was a good tactical spot by myself there. AAA should have been a little bit more alert, but we've given the ball away now. So we need to keep a good shape. Why are we getting caught out like that? Right, instructions. Oh, not that. We want to go back. Out of possession. I am tempted to try a mid block because of insistence on playing it around the back. So I might try and do a mid block there. Trigger the press a bit later. So I think I've just cancelled it all. Instructions. Out of possession. Defensive line much lower. Line of engagement mid block. One thing I would like to find is, can we do it narrower? So that's already doing it, isn't it? So yeah, so that should be it now. This time we have made the changes. If we don't concede before. AAA brings the ball forward. Bani Yassim. AAA. Bani Yassim. And we've gone from distance. Not a bad effort. Whew. I think tactically we've got these on toast. I just hope that we can stop these long balls that have been a threat. We've won the ball back. Purev finds Aquaman. He was probably offside. Why did his flag go up? He didn't go for the ball. Tell you what, it's nearly all highlights at the moment. Considering we're on key highlights, this is obviously proving to be quite an exciting game. So now we should be engaging them. Whenever they come into our half, that's when the press should start. Oh, that is unreal. How on earth have they managed that? We're on an ultra low line, and they've still managed to find a way around the back of us. I mean, that's just jammy, isn't it? How they've found the space there. I mean, you could say it's a good ball as well. So we are going for it now, so it could prove to be our undoing. Bit of a dodgy pass there. Good possession play. And AAA could be through here. AAA forces the save. What a game this has been. Purev. Vani Yassim. Goes for goal, swings it just wide. Time is beginning to run out now. I don't really know what else we can do. Aquaman might be coming off soon. Right, so instructions, we want to encourage them to dribble more. Encourage. And I want to make some substitutions as well. So I'm thinking Majali on. He's a bit more attacking minded. Alya on. He can. He's got a good long shot. And that's our quota of subs, isn't it? So. Not sure why he went so long there, that centre back. They've had some very strange tactics today. And I think that on another day, the changes we made would have brought around the victory. They just got that jammy goal. And so we can be pleased with the effort out there, despite the disappointment of the defeat. No doubt all the teams around us got points yet. Every single one of them won. So we're back to being miles behind. It's absolutely ridiculous, this league. One slip up against a really good side and we're a million miles away from everybody again. Because we're not in a transfer window and it's ridiculous length of time till the next match, I'm going on holiday. And I might go and get myself a drink as well while we're on holiday. So I just realised we're playing Ma'an again in the Cup for our next game. Hopefully we can exact a bit of revenge on them. I do think the Cup is actually something that we can sort of hopefully do well in. Not only to get us some funds, because money-wise we're in a bit of a bad pickle at the moment, but I do think that we are capable of beating a lot of the teams in this league. I just think that tactically we're not quite there yet. I think I've spotted two variations to this tactic now that will work. trying to work out why that's still saying 15 days. So we're actually playing on the 20th. I don't know why my voice went so deep then. We're actually playing on the 20th. Oh, the space bar's not working. Come on. I don't know what's going on with my computer, whether it's the game or the space bar. So I know what changes to make now. Having played Al-Wada, if we find a team is sitting back, not pressing us, then we want to try and pass the feet. And if we find that the team is pressing really high, then we want to play the ball in behind. And that is the changes that I'm going to look to make if there's a problem. Have we lost a player? Hello? Who's gone? I think it's a lone player, isn't it? Yeah, I think we've lost a lone player there. That is all. I wasn't too bothered by him anyway. So we'll not panic too much about that. I gotta give Purev the match. It's a cup game anyway. So we've got to play a band. Didn't know that. So that substitute that I picked was pointless anyway. Al-Absi's back. Should play Al-Absi really. My heating has gone off, so the jumper's coming back on. Once again, the space bar's not working. Okay, so here we go. For the cup game against Matan, you would hope that we could actually do a little bit better than we did in the last game. Not even doing the talk for them because they annoyed me in the last game. Off we go. Come on, boys, you can do this. We'll give them an encouraging shout. And that's got them happy again. But I want them to feel like after last time, it's up to them to sort their heads out. I mean, we lost 3-0 in the league when we needed to beat these. It was a really important game. There's no pressure on this game because the cup it either happens or it doesn't. But the fact that we lost to these was a real kick in the teeth, and we need to be able to make amends for what happened there. Oh, Badi Yassin with a poor pass. Oh, look at that for skill. Our players would never do that. They'd just try and whack the ball in. They're playing like Barcelona. And they're like the second worst team in our league. I just realised I can't hear the match sounds. So AAA picks up the ball. Bani Yassin, Purev, Al-ARABI. What's going on with the match sounds, man? Match sounds are on. So what is the issue? Is it my computer? Let's have a look at the settings quickly.
Bluetooth disconnected.
Ah, there we go. They just turned right down for some reason. That's better. Right. No idea why that was down. I've been probably playing now for 2.5 hours and just realised that the volume's turned down. We are playing a bit better this time, but it's not looking good for us. I think I'm going to move to a mid block for the second half. No, that's fine, as that is. That's the one I wanted. Mid block. Address the team. Show me something else in this second half. Come on, boys. We can do this. We have a highlight. Bani Yassin. Centre ball into the box. Al-Shati rise up. Mohammed heads it home. It's 1-1. We're back in the game. It's not 1-1. The referee's flag's gone up. I did wonder if it was offside, but there was nothing mentioned. Now, before the update, that would have just said offside straight away. So that's what's caught me out. And that's why when we played these last time, when I thought we were 3-0 down, we were only 2-0 down because of that. Well, AAA snuck in there, won the ball, and lost it again. Mohammed wins the ball back. Bani Yassi, Tarara. Should have been a goal from Al-ARABI, but he's missed it again. It's just going to be one of them days, isn't it, this one? And Bani Yassin. We've gone short. Purev. Bani Yassin has given a... He's having a shocker. That's 2 in a row. If he does it again, he's off. 2 really poor passes from Bani Yassin in very short space of time. Oh, Al-ARABI's got to got himself sent off now. What an idiot. Absolute idiot. Cannot believe this. Aquaman can come on for him. And I'm going to bring No Flow on for AAA. AAA has actually played okay, but Can't believe he's done that to me. This is game over now. So Al-Shati plays it out to Mohammed. No flow. I'll come off it to get a jammy deflection as well. Everything's gone against us. I mean, that guy must have the luckiest boots on in the world. The keeper pushes the save out and just falls straight to the same guy who's scored 3 goals now. And we've lost by a similar score to last time. I had so much hope. Oh, man. What a disappointing result that was. Well, we got 5.5k for that, but look at our balance. It is shocking. $250,000 in debt. I just can't see us getting out of this. But there's a China job. It's in the Super League. And they're currently third. I can't see them wanting me, but we'll give them a go. So Rajasthan still not in a hurry to give somebody a job. So there's nobody in the leagues that we would be looking at. So we've got a couple of job applications out there now anyway. So they haven't actually rejected me outright, which is something. Jazeera, we got to win this game. This is really important to us now. Oh, I just can't believe how that cup game went. It's frustrating. The moment that guy got sent off, Al-ARABI, everything went wrong from that point onwards. They got 2 easy goals and obviously the sending off in what had been a close game up to that point, and we looked like we could potentially get an equaliser. I think I'm going to give Alya a game. These three are very well acquainted to each other, and hopefully they can start bringing a bit of form to what we're seeing at the moment. So here we go. We're at home against Jazeera. Try and get some sort of picture of where they are, how they are playing. Let's just go to full match for a minute. So what we're looking for here is how much they press us. And at the moment, it's not a lot, is it? So that's what they're looking for. So instructions from the team, out of possession. We want a mid block, defensive line much lower. That's the first change that we want to make. And then instructions wise, we want to pass to feet. But we want to encourage travelling with the ball. So they're the changes that I'm going to make. Here we go. Now, in theory, we should have passed the feet, but I don't think it's taken effect yet. But most of what they've done was to feet anyway. Let's go back to key highlights and see whether that has made a difference. I mean, realistically, we need a win more than they do. Al-Bakar are winning as well. We're going to be bottom of the league. So I don't think the dribbling instruction is working, is it? So out of possession. Dribbling. No, it's in possession, you clown. Patience, progress through, dribbling. Discouraged. Go the opposite. So here we go now. This is the first highlight we've had while we've made the changes that we've made. There we go, Aquaman. Swing the ball across. I don't know how we didn't score then. Now the counter-attack. Have we got back in time, though? That's the question. Yes, we have. Well done. Come on. So far, the tactic is working to how we envisaged it. Everybody okay? A lot of nervous people. So, pointless highlight. Yep. So, Abu Sokan, Al-Shati, Abu Jabla, Al-Khatib, Abu Jabla, Triple A. Nobody's coming to him. Oh, why didn't you living go closer? You had no one coming at you. So after wins the header and keeps us safe at the back. I'm going positive now. We've lasted an hour. Everybody's looking pretty good. Al-Khatib's looking tired. Sawafta's looking tired. And Mansour's looking apprehensive. So let's take off Mansour. And we can't really do anything about all of these players. So we'll just go with M2 subs for now. Hopefully taking off our best midfielder doesn't cause too many problems. Time is running out pretty fast. Going no flow for AAA. That's my final sub. Come on, boys. We can do this. Kitchen sink time. Nothing. I mean, technically it's a good result. We probably should have got battered in that match. But it was a game that we needed to win. We will be bottom of the league now. Not sure what that was all about. If we look at the league table now, where does that leave us? We're not bottom of the league. But they are definitely going to press us now, Al-Bakar. Do we play one more, or how far away is the next game? Oh, it's playing up again. obviously got a bug in the system now because it's not telling me when the next game is, so I'm gonna have to work it out by maths. So the second of the 12th, and it's the 26th. So it's just over a week away. Let's go on holiday. No, no, cancel. We're not going on holiday because we've got job applications in. Do not want to miss the job applications, do we? Can't believe how little my reputation is considering the promotions and the championships that I've won. I know they've been at smaller nations, but the success rate surely must have people interested. I've won three, four leagues, and we're in our 8th year, so I'm averaging a league win every 2 years. Admittedly, this will be my second relegation if we do get relegated. Just realised I'm pressing the space bar and nothing's happening. What has happened with this? This was not an issue 10 minutes ago. What's that message I keep getting? Where are we? We're on. Yeah, so we'll just do this last match and then we'll knock it on the head for the night. The match that we come back to after this, our Ramfield, will be a really important one. Another team who is sort of within touching distance of us. We need a couple of wins, though, really quick. So I did notice a little bit of a fault in our tactic that I want to address. Oh no, must have been in the other tactic, so that's not too bad. Yeah, so okay, that's fine. So quick pick, Al-Absi's back. A little bit disappointed that he's back really because he was an idiot getting sent off before. We don't want Khaled. We do want Alia back in there because he's okay, Alia. Don't get me wrong, he's not brilliant, but I think we're running the risk of a crash or something here. Getting this weird thing happening. Certainly seems like there's some form of bug going on, which I've never seen before. It's just come on in the last few minutes. We are underdogs today. No pressure. And off we go. So they're getting forward pretty quick early doors. This is potential for a goal straight away. So I would suggest we've got the right tactic for what we've got, but we could be in danger. There it goes. Game over already. I'm calling it now. So there's clearly some serious processing issues at the moment. I'm assuming it's the game and not my computer. Mansour's made a good run there. Can he find a pass? He swings the ball to the far side. Yes, what a finish that is from Torona. What a goal. Wow. That's one of the best goals I've seen in this Football Manager 26. Yes, look at that. That keeper rose like a salmon, but still couldn't get to it. Oh, a salmon, not a salmon. Abu Jabla, Khatib. Al-Khatib's lost the ball in a stupidly dangerous position now, and this is going to be 2-1. Come on, guys, you got to close down. What is going on? Oh, man. What are you doing to me? What was the point of the brilliance to get us back in the game if you're just going to throw it away like that? Look at that, we're just giving the ball straight back. What are you doing, you idiots? So glad I did this last game. Right, we've got to make some changes. We're getting stuffed here. Instructions. Where's that low block? That needs to come off. We're going to press high. Oh, I haven't finished yet. Why have you gone off? Out of possession. Team instructions. All instructions. Out of possession. Goodness, this thing's doing my head in. Higher defensive line. All instructions. Step up. In possession. What do we want to do? go much lower, but we are passing into space. So I mean, look at this. We're 20 minutes in. There's been so many highlights. It is unreal. I mean, I may have just told you to press really hard and you're not closing down a single guy. Well, our team's now injured, so it's just getting better and better this game at the moment. Go to combined because we're going to want that for that. Oh, we've hit the crossbar. I'll tell you what, we've had a couple of really decent efforts in this game, even if we have been absolutely stuffed. Close effort for them as well. AAA. Al-ARABI. Good control. Plays Alya through. Alya goes out wide. Gives it to Mansour. Finds Al-ARABI. Tucks it in. And that is 2-2. And all of a sudden, hope is restored again. We need to pick a win up soon. But even a draw at the moment wouldn't be the worst thing. I think I've just seen Matana winning again, which is absolutely disgraceful. It is against Jazeera. Oh, Al-ARABI's away again here. Have we got time to go in ahead? Surely not. Al-ARABI skins his man, gives it to Al. He is rubbish, Al-Dayabat. I mean, if him or Purev could stick the ball in regularly, we'd actually stand a chance in this league. Completely dependent on our wide players at the moment. Bani Yassin, Alya, and Bani Yassin passing it around together. AAA, well done. Cuts inside. The shot, it's gone in, and Ali Al-Dayabat must have heard me say how rubbish he was. We are 3-2 up at half-time, and all of a sudden, this is beginning to look like a possibility. I'm not going to get too excited yet, because I've seen how dangerous this opponent is. The one thing I would say is that our changes have made a big difference in a few of our games recently. So maybe if we concentrate more on the match and making changes that make the team play better against the systems that we're up against, maybe that's the way forward for this team. And if we can turn games around like this, then there is that chance that we could rescue this situation. However, they're clean through here. He looked offside to me. And the flag is up, so we're okay. But if they were to beat us with that offside trap, we would be in big trouble. Mansour plays it to Al-ARABI. Al-ARABI holds it up and skins his man, and he's got through, and he's played Al-Diabat in, and Al-Diabat has made it 4-2. And now I'm beginning to believe. We're still only 48 minutes in, though. What's going on? Are we watching the whole game? Still plenty of time for them to come back into this. But we've got to say that the changes we made have made a difference. Mansour bringing the ball forward. Gives it to Al-ARABI. Aouya. Mansour again. Switches the ball. Superb pass to Abu Jabla, who plays it to Triple A. Triple A gives it to Tirana. And Al-ARABI. That should have been 5. Wow. So I don't think we've got have we got a left back sub? Yes, we have. So Mohammed can come on for Abu Jabla because he has a yellow card. We cannot afford to go down to 10 men. So what an exciting last game this has turned out to be. Almost wants me to carry on, but I'm not going to. It is nearly 1:15 in the morning here. So Al-Asawi is got the legs to run around our men here, but Aouya plays it out to Mansour. Mansour back to Aouya. Al-ARABI, Diabat, Triple A collects the ball. He's got 3 players to aim at. A couple coming in deep as well. He's gone for goal himself. We have the corner, but I think we need to start thinking about solidifying up here. So Bani Yassin and Triple A are the ones who are playing the squad out, and Al scored a couple of brilliant goals like that before last season, but this season not really done that. So if we look at our tactics now, I think that if we bring Kawalda on for Aouya, and we need to both in possession and out of possession drop him in as centre back. So out of possession, I want to drop these back to. Oh, we want to come to pressing wing back. Pressing wing back. Put these guys as full backs. So now we the aim there is obviously to just try and make this. So we'll go screening with him. We probably want him pressing. So let's go with that. So we've got 3 players pressing, 1 player screening, and the rest all in a line. Trying to stop them getting through. In possession, just want to change it to that. We just need to shore things up for the next 20 minutes of this game. I mean, that's a beautiful goal. A little bit disappointed with the way that we've let them pass it through us, but the effort that we've made to defenders not worked. but we're sort of committed to it now with the substitutions we've made. Time's ticking away. Time wasting. Where are you? Can't see it. There it is. Definitely more often. Have we done it? Yes, we have. That is an immense victory. What a way to finish the stream, that is. Sensational. Well done, guys. I mean, I wasn't expecting it, but we've done ourselves proud there. Al-Bakr managed to get a point in their last game. So now, if we were to win our next game, we would move out of the relegation zone because we're playing Al-Ramfa. But Jazeera are obviously a team who could potentially drop into it as well. But we've certainly brought ourselves back into the reckoning. I still make us favourites to go down. Let's save the game before something goes wrong. We'll just have a quick run through of the fixtures that are to come in our next game, and then that will be it for the end of the stream. So we want to go to Portal, 2 fixtures. So here we go, Al-Ramfa, who we drew with last time we met, I believe. Or did we lose to them? Oh, we lost to these 5-2, didn't we? I remember. Al-Ali, we got a draw against them last time we played, and Al-Faisley we lost to, and Al-Bakr. So there's a couple of potential games there that we could get something from. I think I think all of them actually we could. We've already got a point against Al-Ahli, so we'll definitely give it a good go for December and see whether we can get ourselves out of the mess that we're in. It's certainly not all doom and gloom. We've managed to sneak a couple of good results. I mean, where did we start? Etihad. Obviously, these easy cup games, so whilst they were nice to have, they're not going to save us. Al-Bakr is important. We got the equalising goal, which Purev scored. We were shocking against Ma'an. Then Al Hussein, we were amazing. We managed to get a win against a team near the top. Al Wehdat, we were really unlucky against, conceding 63rd minute, but we'd had some really good chances in that game. Ma'an in the cup was ruined by that sending off. We were in the game and unlucky not to be level when the sending off occurred. Jazeera, we should have won that game. We were the better team. And then we came back with Shabab Al-Ordan. And we managed to get a win there, which nobody would have predicted. And that has left us in a position where we have beaten now 3 out of the top 4 this season. And we've been battered by a lot of the teams just above us. So we need to change that bit, and then we'll be okay. I would happily lose to these guys if I could beat these guys, because they're like 6-pointers when you do that. When you're taking points off them, not they're been taken off you, it is 6 points effectively. So yeah, that's the way I see it. That's the way it is. Hopefully we can come back next time and get out of this. But thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye.